dressed both in black. Very nice. Color coordination.
This is red.
Guys.
That's
It's actually red. It looks
Is
like
it?
black though.
Yeah,
looks
maybe
like
if you
it,
turn.
looks like it, yeah.
My turn?
Nope.
Nope.
No?
The camera makes everything black. That's my aura kind of thing, you know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, the game is now started, so we will let you do your predictions inside the match. Big Up and
Okay.
Black, take it away for game number 1 of the series.
Thank
Sure.
you, Nomad
thank
and
you, Nomad.
crew.
Yeah?
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate it. But yeah, I think we're both also going for EHOME.
Yeah.
QQQ's draft is really good. I mean, that's what we're expecting from him. He drafted and TI finals before multiple times. The guy is a damn genius. He was my coach before, so of course I'm a little bit biased.
You could see the difference in like their draft. Like you're almost like, and you could tell by I think maybe just the 5 of us alone. Like we have a lot more confidence in EHOME's draft after that, knowing that QQQ's picked this lineup. Like it just exudes a different aura of a lineup, like compared to what they were picking before the break, because it was Yao who was coaching them before, and even QQ is a massive upgrade. Like he'd be a massive upgrade to any coach, though.
Yeah, I still do believe that he is probably the best coach in the world. Has proven it multiple times. But yeah, that being said, I still do believe the Elephant players on paper are much stronger than EHOME's.
Yeah.
So even though they have a drafting advantage, it doesn't necessarily translate into a victory for them. It just makes it much easier to play for EHOME, of course, who also have a massive amount of talent. And let's see if they can make it work or not.
Yeah, it's just overcoming, I would say, the inconsistencies from their play. So now that they've got a good draft, maybe the inconsistencies, they are a lot tighter, maybe as a lineup when you're more confident in your draft.
Definitely possible. I mean, they do have the Storm, who's a really good winning condition this game.
Yeah.
If he gets like Lincoln's and Orchid this game, I can see him really just pop off. And XM, of course, we know he can snowball really hard. Although he has struggled quite a bit lately.
Yeah, I've talked about how him and Nothing to Say were towards the top of the rankings a little whiles back. We've seen XM really perform at the top level in history, so I'm wondering if we're going to see more of that again. As someone who's played before, do you find that being comfortable with your draft makes it easier to execute? Like, do you have more confidence going into the game, and really does that help you play at that next step, whether it's a small step or a big step?
Oh, definitely. If you have the draft advantage, it just makes it much easier for you to play, right? Because you know like your timings, you know what you need, and you know every time you have a timing, you're actually going to be able to use it pretty easily. You just smoke up, find a team fight, and you're probably going to win that one if you play your cards right.
Yeah.
But just in general, also QQQ bringing in just fresh wind in general, you know, can really help out a team that's struggling right now. And it might be all EHOME needs, because they do have the talent. They just didn't really manage to show what they're capable of.
Yeah, that breath of fresh air is always something to look out for. You see it in a lot of different like areas, like sports as well. A hockey coach gets fired the next week, all of a sudden the team's got that like brand new feeling to them, or like even in football, European football, not American football, but like you get that new coach and it's just like, you know, there's a reason he left, so we've got to play better. Now we're playing around somebody really strong, and for here, it's EHOME playing around QQQ and his drafts.
Yeah, always been a big fan of his drafts. He's just a very smart guy in general.
Yeah.
But when it comes to strategy, having a little pause here once again. Lane so far going very well for EHOME, leading the CS chart on all 3 cores.
And they're leading by a small margin right now. I would say the one that surprises me the most maybe is the fact that Yang's only got 6 last hits.
Yeah, he's struggling quite a bit against this ET IO lane, which isn't weak at all, but, you know, at lower levels, the lane isn't really that strong. So I'm also pretty surprised that the Beast isn't having a little bit of a better early game.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a Beastmaster. Like, there are a lot of ways to catch back up. He's just going to go and rush that Necro. Still a lot of kill potential available. This Void Spirit Storm matchup is pretty Storm favored in the lane. But come mid-game, you naturally itemize into a Yule Scepter, which is why people consider Void Spirit very strong against Storm Spirit. Because, of course, he builds in that Orchid. Yule's is a defensive measure against that, as well as an offensive measure against the Storm, catching him very easily with that Yule's Remnant.
It's also, though, then about the Weaver, too, right? Because, like, there's so much mobility with this lineup. from EHOME. So is the Yule's going to be enough from the Void Spirit? If there is an Orchid on the Storm, maybe there's like damage coming in from the rest of these teams. They've got a Hex and a stun from the Lion. Like Fade's going to be right on you. So even if you Yules, you might be setting yourself up to get Hex and stunned by the Lion.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential disable coming out from the Dire side here. But I am thinking that FY is going to go for Orchid eventually. We see that a lot in the post for Wyvern. They usually go Boots into Magic Wand into just Orchid, especially against these mobility lineups. Would make a lot of sense here too. Against the Weaver, against the Lion, against really everyone on the team.
So the lane's pretty quiet for now.
Yeah, not much happening.
We saw this though in Southeast Asia. The deeper and deeper we got into the season, teams got a little bit more comfortable and careful. You throw the Tombstone bottom, but this really isn't going to amount to anything except a cooldown of 85.
Yeah, interesting skill build here. No level in Soul Rip at all.
They need to protect this Tombstone. Yeah, they
It's a
just
lot of
gave
gold.
away 125 gold to Chalice.
Yeah. It's super bad if that happens in the early game. 125 is basically 3 melee creeps. Not a little more.
So Chalice is on this offlane Weaver. You know, obviously we've seen offlane Weavers in the past where they've gone like Ags early on. Is that something we think that we're going to see here in this game where you're looking to go into that Ags, or is that not the build anymore for Weaver?
I do think it can still work, that build. It's just that when you have an IO, you want somebody that actually right-clicks with him.
Right.
So I do expect him to just go into Maelstrom, possibly Gleipnir to get some more catch, you know. But I do expect him to transition to a right-clicker. Top lane, we just see some more Harris on Yang. Really not too much happening.
Yeah, things pretty quiet, but a lead overall right now for EHOME of already 1,000 gold.
They're doing very well, especially in the top lane.
Vortex coming through over mid on the Somnus, who is behind on XM.
But he got a regional now.
Ooh, does he?
Or does he?
Stun comes in, and now you might just get first blood after
XM
this.
got
The
it.
Hex comes through, regen picked up for XM, and he'll also get first blood. Tombstone off cooldown committed for this kill, or this attempt at a kill. They will end up trading mids, but
And
Red
another
Panda's a
Tombstone.
+1. Yeah, more gold on that Tombstone.
That's almost a hero kill, really. And he still has the Regen Rune. Once he gets back, he's going to be level 6 with that Regen Rune. There's a lot of potential for outplays here on a Storm Spirit now. Yeah, early game going super well for EHOME. And Elephant, again, struggling. Not what we expect from this lineup, but I just feel like a broken record, really. We just keep saying that every game.
Yeah.
We'll see what this team really needs to wake up.
I mean, I spoke about EHOME's inconsistency, but I didn't even talk about how Elephant's been just the same. They've been pretty inconsistent themselves.
I don't know if it's really inconsistency in their case or just like not being able to at all harness the potential they have. It's pretty strange, really. Oh, XM might be in trouble. He has the Regen Rune.
Yeah, Splinter Blast comes in, the right-click damage. He's not level 6, so he doesn't have the ball lightning, and that will mean he stays close to Somnus, close enough for him to get killed off again.
Completely unnecessary death there. Like, and now his Regen Rune is gonna pop pre-level 6. So usually what you do with the Regen Rune is either you get a kill on the side lane with the Regen Rune, or you just farm jungle. You get almost 1 or 2 levels for free, because of course you have this infinite mana. But now it will be wasted completely. So there was a very unnecessary risk to take by XM. And we've said just like 5 minutes ago, he is very, very different from before. You know, like you don't have the same feeling of consistency from him.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of these very uncharacteristic mistakes, which might really slow down his game a lot.
I'm not really certain why he's making an aggressive play like that, where the changing style has come from. So XM forced back into the jungle. He's trying to take a stack right now, still sitting at level 5 while you have level 6, almost level 7 for the Void Spirit. So Somnus, with
get
those
6.
2 kills, like,
Yeah, he did get 6 on the Storm, so he can farm all these stacks, no problem.
yeah, has that rejoin.
Just in time. So that's good for him. And we just see the Undying getting picked off by the Weaver. Lion combination. It's a very strong dual lane. Dual range, of course. Weaver in general, one of the strongest laners in the game. Lion offering a lot of disable, just amplifying his strength, going in on Euros here as well. But FY with a good rotation.
Yeah, very dangerous under the tower. The Arctic Burn thrown over at Fade as well as Chalice. Chalice needs to be careful as he pops that wand, and he's actually going into the Falcon Blade to start.
Already 2k gold ahead. Damn. They're really owning this early game here. Even though they're only leading by 1 kill, they have really gotten the better out of the lanes.
Yeah, Chalice is so far ahead. He's at 3,600 net worth. Compare that over to the Beastmaster. He's got 1,200 more gold. Like, it's such an advantage right now for this Weaver, and we'll see if it activates early for EHOME. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
And he is going into the item that we mentioned, Falcon Blade into the Maelstrom. Really just wants to deal that right-click damage, because Storm is going to deal all the magic damage. Io later on is just going to be able to sustain the Weaver really nicely. Makes a lot of sense. Hex on Void Spirit here. Should just be a free kill on Lion.
Yeah, they've got the stun, though, and now the Swarm comes in. Aether Remnant locks up Fade. Resonant Pulse is the finishing blow. Ooh, Astral Step and a double there for Somnus, getting Chalice just on the edge.
Chalice stayed behind, very greedy to kill a Tombstone, which he did, but giving up your life for it is probably not worth it. Good rotation there by Somnus, they really needed that.
Now he's got that Falcon Blade.
Might have lived if he had it before.
Potentially, yeah. I think it would have been close. But that extra gold from the Tombstone, I guess it's like a consolation prize. Like, yeah, you've given up your life. It may not be worth it, but you're getting something out of the exchange.
Yeah, it's not the worst for sure. Like, you don't die for free. Helm of Dominator now picked up on the Io, which means now it's OS Frog time. 500 MS, let's go.
Necrobook 1 for Yang. He's going Naked Book. Ball Lightning all the way through. Look for Yang. Have 3 heroes here. They've got the stun, they'll have the Hex and the kill.
Red Panda
shows up, and he looks like he's just going to die. Soul Rips to survive. These heroes on the side of EHOME need to be careful.
No more steps.
Somnus with a step in 2 seconds, but already backing away, so Fade and Ajit will get out safely.
Both mids rotating here, but Somnus did not get anything out of it, and Storm Spirit is going... No boots Orchid, okay. Usually we see brown boots at least into Orchid, but he's going no boots Orchid. Not a big fan of that. You limit yourself quite a bit in terms of jungle speed and everything.
Right.
Let's see if it pays off, because that 500 gold you easily get back by just being able to farm faster with the boots.
Do you think he feels a little bit of pressure after those 2 deaths to just make something happen around the map with an Orchid?
It's possible, but it's also that Void Spirit is having not the greatest game, so his Yules will be quite late as well. So you have quite a long time to make use of that Orchid, even if you do not go boots.
For sure. Somnus spotting Ajit. But XM's here, they need to be careful. They've got the Hex and Ball Lightning in with the stun to follow it up. Primal Roar is used, but that's not for anything more than a defensive play that doesn't work out for them. Somnus is dead regardless of the fact of if Yang had thrown that or not.
Yeah.
Ooh, Eurus taking a lot of beating.
Yeah, I mean, he just got hexed by a line that just walked up. He has a lot of movement speed, to be fair. He went Tranquil Boots into Windlace. Now battling it out for the top bounty runes. EHOME should be securing 3 here. Impale on Wyvern.
Yeah, they've got the Hex. They'll have the Ball Lightning with the Vortex. That's an easy kill on
He's out of mana now, though.
They catch XM trying to leave.
He has no boots, he's done.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, the relocate, no!
Can't get the relocate. Now he's coming back. That's a problem. They need to keep Fade nearby. He needs to get mana to try and help him. They should be able to surround him and look for his tether targets. And they'll kill Fade. Can they kill Ajit? They don't have an Astral Step.
Yeah, he's just out. Like, that tether is too good. I'm surprised they didn't try to set up for the Io, but then again, they have very limited disables. Raw was on cooldown. Winter Wyvern was not there.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have the Primal Roar, which you used in a pretty poor situation, you know, Somnus was dead regardless. If you hold it there, then I think there's opportunity for you to get another kill on top of the 2 that you got in that exchange.
Definitely. You've got to be very careful when you have limited disables, how you use the ones that you have.
Yeah.
Orchid, just 100 gold away from it now. PA farming away, going to Battle Fury. Treads Battle Fury, not the fastest Battle Fury timing. So he's going greed, but not full greed, which might backfire in the end.
Yeah, certainly interesting that he's going to go for the Battle Fury. You know, we've talked about Battle Fury in both Southeast Asia as well as China, how this lineup, or how this build-up doesn't really allow you to fight too early on. You need, like, Battle Fury plus 1 or 2 items.
So you can just see this Weaver, he's just running around circles, but the overstate is
Curse.
welcome here.
He's got that ulti, so they need to be ready for this. Aether Remnant locks him down, and he won't even be able to get it off. Somnus gets the kill on a Chalice. Really well done there by Elephant.
I don't know what he was doing there all by himself. He was very, let's just call it cocky, Smoke up here. They still have Raw available.
Ball lightning in. This is the Orchid reveal. They'll go after Somnus. Should get an easy kill on the Void Spirit. Primal Roar is going to be used onto the Elder Titan, but over on the other side of the fight, Red Panda's being taken out by XM. Really low already, and everything on cooldown for the Undying. There's the Vortex pulling him in, getting the kill on a Red Panda. Now Fade falls. X-Nova with a two-man sweep. Aja trying to hit away. Ball lightning.
Regen
XM
rune.
picks up a regen rune in the middle of the fight, and now Eurus is trying to go in on this. They've got the Orchid. X-Nova getting low. He'll end up falling, but Eurus is looking like he's going to die in return. And he does. So Eurus drops. FY trying to fly his way through the trees, but the trees have been destroyed, and FY now very open for another kill for EHOME. Somnus comes in, maybe trying to get one on the exit, but that's just walking into an Orchid. A big problem for him is Red Panda's respawn, throws down a Tombstone.
Ajit in trouble.
Aether Remnant, Ajit in trouble, but tethers over to XM, not onto the high ground, and the Astral Step from Somnus allows him to get the kill.
And no boots on Storm. He only has 400 mana, very limited.
Orchid, the Vortex, XM trying to walk away. Somnus now dealing with not a lot of health, but he does have another sip in that bottle, won't continue to chase onto the Storm.
Yeah, this exchange was really just dictated by the two runes that the Storm had. He started the fight with an Arcane rune, killing the Void Spirit, and then the Undying right after. He goes back to the bottom rune and just picks up a Regen rune. Both Arcane and Regen rune active on Storm Spirit is just way too much to deal with in this early game, especially if you have no stuns available.
And he really got lucky, didn't he? Because he was walking away from that fight, no mana, and
It's
then
not
picks
luck.
up a Regen rune.
He paid the Gaben tax.
Yeah, his battle pass was probably in the 5K, 6K. He gets
Probably.
to, he gets to just get the Regen rune at will.
Yeah, I know a lot of my Chinese friends in my Steam list, they were up in the 5, 10Ks. Yeah, some of them go real ham. We do have a finger available here as well. A lot of burst potential coming out and already leading 3K.
Radiant are scanning.
It's 3K, but I feel like EHOME need to be up a little bit more. If Phantom Assassin's given enough time to get to this Battle Fury at a decent timing, it is pretty slow from Eurus, though.
Yeah, that's because he went Treads first. He's probably going to have it at this rate, minute 16, 17, which is not the worst, it's not the best. Means you're quite slow to come online. And they definitely have the tools to pressure right now. Still no Yules on Somnus, so there's a lot of time.
Winter's
Oh,
Curse,
Curse
that
on the
gets
Storm.
used onto 2. They've got the Tombstone down to follow it up. The Aether Red in there to get the kill on the XM. They'll look over at Fade, take out both. He ain't dominating. He had a tough lane, but he is getting kills here.
And just as we said, there's a lot of time to pressure. They both get picked off easily. And weathering the Storm here a little bit, just defending all the towers. Very good movements from Elephant here right now.
Which they really need, considering how far behind they were.
Yeah, they didn't even scout the smoke. They were just completely prepared for it, reading the map very well here. Euros, 1 ring of health away from the Battle Fury.
Chalice is coming towards top.
Can't
Looks
really
like
do
they
too
wanna
much,
They
though.
want to set up, though.
Yeah, but he's just going to run away and or just pee away.
EP, can Lion get there in time? No.
He was very aware that he just respawned. There's no way that Lion could ever reach him. And Storm was dead as well.
Orchid picked up now for the IO as well, so Ajit as well
Double
as XM both have Orchid.
Interesting. It's not bad, but I'm just not a big fan of like overlapping your strengths, you know? I feel like if you just went into Aghanims, made himself a bit more tanky.
Ooh, Ajit getting spotted here, slowed down thanks to the Necro
Roar.
Creeps. They've got the Primal Roar. Red Panda coming in, the Aether Remnant lands, and Ajit will be dead. They throw in a Nerve Splitter that will hit onto Yang, but I don't know how much more damage they have for this. The Tombstone's down, and Chow's just trying to get some gold here. It ends up getting denied by Red Panda. They get the kill on X-Nova, and it's 2 kills for Elephant with no casualties at the moment. But look at this, XM trying to go in, FY just
Jules.
surviving with the cold embrace. They've got themselves the Aether Remnant and the damage from Eurus. EHOME, they had a lead,
And now it's gone.
and now it's gone. Yeah.
And now, Battle Fury online. Suddenly the top 3 are not top. Storm is falling off real hard.
Yeah.
He got punished so many times for his over-aggression. And now it's time for PH to just really farm up. Yule Scepter already picked up on Void Spirit. Now that Orchid timing is all gone, he suddenly doesn't care so much anymore about these Orchids. As I said, IO picking up Orchid is pretty... it's not all in, but you're putting all the eggs in one early game basket, really. Like, if you don't itemize into the Aghanim Scepter, your scalability is very limited. Lion top lane, Invis, setting up potentially for Wyvern here, who is itemizing onto the Orchid as well.
It's a lot of orchids. A lot of ways to silence, especially if you get that Ags for the Void Spirit, right?
Storm is TPing, initiation now, and he's dead.
Yeah, stun, finger, there's a stack. XM gets the kill. Fade happy to get a +1 on
First
that stack.
finger in 17 minutes also.
Yeah, he's been really conservative because he's had level 6 for a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's level 10 now. Raw again.
Yeah, Primal Roar, this should lead to a kill on X-Nova. No way for him to leave. Yang with another one. He's now unstoppable, sitting 6-1 and 3. So after the hard lane that he had, he's made quite the comeback.
Yeah, we can really just see the power of Beastmaster here. Once you get this Necro 3 online with the Purge, attack speed aura, it's just a lot of damage coming out. He has to be careful here, though. He's very isolated.
Chalice Ajit as well as Fade coming over.
They don't really have the best ways to catch, though, without Storm. It just TPs out in front of him. Okay. Why not?
Wow.
Also, Io sitting at 571 movement speed without boots. Very balanced.
Don't even need him.
Dota is such a silly game. Sometimes. Oftentimes.
I just look across to you and see how amused you are.
Yeah, it's
I had no boots. 500 plus movement speed. 580. Oh my god.
Who needs a haste rune? I'm faster than that.
Relentless.
Like this. Weaver needs his BKB ready. Now that Wyvern is very close to his Orchid, Storm quite afraid. He's also itemizing into the Lincolns. Good. As though he's listening to me. Do I have microphones in my head? Brain? Nope. Okay, no microchips. Smoke up here, 4 people. Io by himself, of course, can relocate in. They really do have to stop this PA now from snowballing.
Yeah, Eurus has gotten enough time in a couple of exchanges where it's really pushed the net worth of this Phantom Assassin.
Yang is worth a lot of gold here. If they can catch him somehow, it would be massive for EHOME. But again, Elephant reading the map very well. Completely avoiding that smoke Yang.
Now they're on the high ground. They should be okay. Yang's courier gets taken out. So
Now they're all rotating bottom. I'm sure Euros knows that though, so after this wave he's probably just going to TP out.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
EHOME is just really getting outplayed here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But that's also the difference in level of these players, right? Like, we expect Elephant to be the better players,
Sure.
but we also liked EHOME's
Dire's
draft a lot
bottom
more.
tower is under attack.
It's a lot easier to execute, but it's just they're wasting so much time right now on EHOME, and they're making really good use of it on Elephant here.
Right.
Very good map movement overall. I mean, you can always see, you always saw that
Dire's
Elephant,
top
you know,
tower
had
is under attack.
these really skilled players. It's just in team fights and stuff, the communication always seems to be a little bit lackluster. Just never really comes together. But so far this game, they have clawed their way back into the game very nicely.
Like, Elephant before DPC were playing
Completely different team.
completely different, looked like the #1 team in the region. Since DPC has started, that's definitely been questioned.
Many times, yeah.
That being
Dire's top
said,
tower is
you
under
know, you've
attack.
got teams that are overperforming where people thought they would be, but also getting back to performances.
DDPA, potential for Roche here. Always a bit risky against Elder Titan, of course.
Yeah.
But he does have his Desolator now, so that might be a Roche on timing.
They're setting up like they want to go for it,
Spirit already inside though.
or at least looking to smoke.
PA right now, she can one-shot that Lion.
Yeah.
He has a Blink Dagger though, so he is quite mobile. Has to be careful he doesn't get caught out though. PA with this kind of item build deals a lot of damage, but is very, very easily killed as well. If she ever gets hexed or stunned, she can die just in an instant.
What would you like to see from PA going forward?
That's just cookie cutter already. You just go BKB into Abyssal Blade. Just want that lockdown, the additional security of that BKB.
Right.
You need it this game. Because none of their spells go through BKB. Once you have BKB, you're already the king of the fight.
Dire's middle tower is
Summoners
under
itemizing
attack.
into the Aghanim's. Very standard build as well. Orchid now finished on Wyvern, giving additional kill threat against that Storm, who now does have a Lincoln's, or rather 100 gold away from Lincoln's. And they might catch him just before he gets it, actually.
Radiant's
Smoke
top
up here.
tower is under
That would be a
attack.
big catch for them. But they just miss him, and they, well, not just miss him. They just don't go that direction.
Yeah. Lincoln's now in the courier. They do have about 15 seconds or so. But
Dire's
are they just going Roche? They're just going to Roche pit.
Got to see how quickly they take this and what the reaction is from EHOME.
Radiant's
He has to
top
send the
tower
Spirit now, and he does so. It's a
I don't
lot
know
of
if it's
damage,
gonna-
though.
I
It's
don't
too
think it's
late.
going to be in time. It's just short of the timing.
That's the thing with PA Destro. Like, you take Roshan so fast, especially with the Beastmaster and the Flash Golem as well. You're not on top of it right away, it's gone. And now this PA with Aegis is really, really threatening.
Certainly looking to maybe make a jump here to fight
sleep on
this.
3.
That's a good sweep. They've got the finger, and now the Earth Splitter. Can they get the damage out onto this Void Spirit? Winter's Curse keeping him alive. They have the silence. Mules up into the air. The damage coming out onto X Nova. He needs to be very careful to dissimulate. They've got the Primal Roar that's out on a Chalice. Chalice is gone. They took out this Weaver. They'll get the kill on X Nova. 2 heroes finished off very quickly. And that was a BKB from Chalice. He gets immediately Primal Roared and killed. His 10-second BKB worthless in that fight.
Yeah, there's too much physical damage coming out.
Ooh, Lincoln's popped.
Oh, close. He had Orchid available as well. Like, he was just like 50 range away from it. That connects, Storm Spirit is dead. He does get out though. They kind of got baited into initiation there by Elder Titan, who admittedly got a really good splitter off, but the Glimmer Cape of Undying just keeping the Void Spirit alive, who's very tanky now, sitting at 2.3k health.
You know, we watched this
Yeah,
again.
here again, yeah. They're all going on him, but you see the Glimmer Cape, you see Undying healing up the Void Spirit, and you blew your entire load on the Void Spirit, you can't kill him. The fight is practically over. He runs in with Weaver, with BKB, gets roared, and dies in 1 second to the PA.
It just got delivered, and he pops it immediately, hit with the Primal Roar.
PA deals too much physical damage. BKB itself does not help you against that.
That is
Go on,
really
Orchid it.
unfortunate. Yeah, silence is in. 2 right clicks from Eurus.
Raw on
Another kill.
5. Have to be careful here.
This game is really falling out of control for EHOME.
It's almost impossible at this point to fight for EHOME, really. Like, I don't even know what they do against this 5-man. They have Pipe, they have Glimmer Capes, they have Aghanim's, they have this physical damage of the PA. It's super tough to initiate into it now. They had all the cards in their hand, but didn't manage to really do much with it in the early game, unfortunately. Didn't transition into a good mid-game, and now they're paying the price for it.
It seems like a bit of an itemization
Weaver.
problem.
Be careful here. Oh! And straight into it.
Yeah, Primal Roar and Winter's Curse are stacked,
That
so
means he might be able
might
to-
let him live. They have the
He's
Orchid.
orchided, but he's actually out.
Yeah, Fate's here to protect
Miscommunication
him.
here from FY and Yang.
Yeah, they stacked the Primal Roar and the Winter's Curse.
Yeah. If I had to choose one to blame, Eurus.
Eurus now hit with the Orchid. I just don't know if he has the damage. Maybe with Ajit. Orchid burn.
Once,
Aegis.
Elder Titan dipping in, Lion there as well. Eurus might just be dead here. Finger
Yeah.
available.
They've got everything here to get
And
this
dead.
kill. That's a big one to get.
That's a very uncharacteristic mistake here by Eurus, getting picked out like that. Usually does not happen to him. Maybe the communication a bit flooded, you know, like, why do you winter ult him? He's like, guys, relax, I can't
Radiant's
play.
top tower is under attack.
But that's a big blunder, for sure.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Big blunder.
Beastmaster got slapped.
Sweep. Tombstone down. They need to be careful how far they want to go into this. They've got the stun to follow it up. Yang getting low. 6 times spree going the way of XM.
Now Elephant is dropping the ball, just like EHOME did.
Yeah, and now the game's back to even.
Sloppy plays,
Dire's bottom
not something you would
tower is
really
under attack.
associate with a team like Elephant, but right now, really, 3 in a row. Curse, Raw Stack, PA getting picked off, Beast getting picked off, all by themselves.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah. With, you know, it's uncharacteristic of these players solo, but something we've kind of learned to
Accept, I guess.
accept from Elephant. Like,
Not something
we're
we want to
seeing it.
see, but yeah, PA 400 away from BKB. After that, as we said, she's going to be the king of the game. Unless she gets instant hexed, which is a possibility always against Lion. Core players hate Lion. There's no
Lion is
BKB
that blink.
here. Lion is in position already. Finger in 20. Storm is ready as well.
Ooh, blink forward, but a slow reaction to get that hex. Now the damage coming out, the Winter's Curse, the damage into kill off Fade. They've got the Orchid as well as the Ball Lightning Vortex
damage.
coming through onto Eurus, but the Cold Embrace keeping him alive. Eurus thinking about going into Ajit, who's about
Crit.
to go away. Can he get a crit in time? Oh, no.
Spirit. He
Somnus.
did not have vision of him.
He wanted it.
X Nova. Wow, he went in all by himself.
Tombstone, and there's the
he's
Stifling
dead.
Dagger. 3 shots. All needed.
so many, let's call it individualistic plays here. Like, there was no need for Xnova to run in there at the very end. A very good recognition, though, by FY protecting his PA there. He would have died for sure, but instead he gets a return kill on the line, saves his PA. Super good play by FY.
Yeah, FY who's got an interesting 4 build for this winter
Going
live
Shadow
going
Blade?
on.
Yeah, it's really just like, I want to just catch the important heroes. Like, he wants to kill his line so his PA and his Void Spirit have a good game. Potentially get on top of the Storm with the Curse. I like that item build a lot. It's a very threatening +4 build. And a lot of damage too. His right click right now deals 200 damage per hit. Which is more than the PA. Which is more than anybody in the game, really.
Everybody running away from Phantom Assassin. It's not the one you need to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, FY is level 16. He's like super high level 4+4 here. Going Shadow Blade into Witch Blade.
Do you still go for the Cold Embrace cooldown? Just to continue to try and help your teammates?
Yeah,
or if you're going
yeah.
Shadow Blade Orchid, do you want the Arctic Burn slow and just chase?
The 12% is really not that much. It's already 40% slow. You have Strifling Daggers, you have Flesh Golem, you have the zombies, the boars. There's a lot of slow coming out already.
Yeah,
4
fair
seconds
enough.
is very valuable.
Making it 11 from 15.
Yeah.
That could be a difference maker in saving your Phantom Assassin.
Now with this BKB, the ball is really in Elephant's court here. If PA gets caught out, which is really hard because he will just be there farming Blurred, you can't hex a Blurred target, obviously. If you blink next to him, there's like half a second fade time. Yours is way too good, you know. He's not going to get hexed after half a second. Lion, Weaver on the prowl here.
Somnus spotting Fade, getting an easy kill.
Or is he?
Alright, fine. It goes to FY.
Radiant's courier has been
I actually thought they were just, you know, not looking at him anymore. Suddenly he gets his hex out and this.
Ooh,
PA.
Eurus has been spotted by XM. And
He has BKB though.
jumps away, but into Chalice.
Had to pop a BKB
Now he's
after.
fine.
Again, all by himself in front of the base. It's very strange. We don't see this too often.
Yeah, that's a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, it's not something you want to use on nothing, really. On a Weaver Gemini attack.
Yeah. I don't even know if... he probably wants to be better safe than sorry, but I don't know if he needed to use it there.
Hard picked up on Io. I mean, the mistake there was just the positioning. It wasn't the usage of the BKB. Yeah, now Io is sitting at 3.5k health. Whoever he's tethered to is going to be insanely tanky. Whether that's the Weaver or the Storm. But a lot of damage coming out from Elephant here. With the Flesh Golem, with the PA. PA plus Flesh Golem is probably about 2,000 damage crit. So you will need that AC up eventually as well. Io sitting at 13 armor. Of course, PA reducing all that by 9. Or no, 13 actually has the Orb of Corrosion or Orb of Destruction as well. So minus 13 armor, putting Io at effectively 0.
Jeez.
Radiant are scanning.
Weaver forward FY here with a Shadow Blade. He's going to get some vision. The Sentry comes down. They have the Orchid, so they silence up this Weaver, and now Winter's Curse will lock him up. Shikuchi available once he's out, but the Aether Remnant's on point. Eurus going the other way, getting the kill on to X-Nova. Time-lapse used. FY just trying to survive this. Chalice realizes he just doesn't have the damage and survivability around these two heroes, so he BKB TPs.
Yeah, with recognition that they don't have a bash or anything of the like.
Ooh, Yang caught by himself here with that Orchid, and the burn, with the help from Ajit's Spirits, will get the kill.
The mech just like a millisecond too late. If the mech, if he heals him with the mech, I think he is going to be just fine because he has a Glimmer Cape as well. But just didn't get there. Dota, a game of milliseconds, of course.
Yeah, really close in. There's the Ags now for the Weaver.
Yep. Roshan up in 1 minute. They do have a lot of survivability on the Dire, but I'm a bit worried of their... for the damage output, really. What do they have right now? Not much.
Yeah.
Io will be
Little
the main
lacking.
damage dealer here. It is possible they have a lot of sustained damage. It's just they don't really have burst damage. They do have the possible tools to kite out that BKB though. Once BKB is gone from PA, not easy for him to fight.
Have to be careful.
Yeah. For EHOME, it's all a kiting game, really. You want to last out those BKBs, those cooldowns, Roar, Winter's Curse. If you can do that, you're going to be in a really good position to take the fight.
So EHOME are grouping up.
Yep. XM, BKB, and Lincoln Sphere. Very defensive item build here as well.
Red Panda with the Glimmer Cape just walking up onto the high ground. And they've also got the Hawk Vision, so they'll throw down their own sentry.
He's really tanky on Red Panda.
Red Panda in such an interesting spot, though. Avoid the sweep. They know where they are. Ball lightning comes in, but they pop the Lincolns. They have the Winter's Curse. Astral Step, that's right across the bow of XM. Finger already used. There's the mech, so he'll heal
Just
up.
dies in one
They'll
hit.
Get the kill onto XM. Eurus just blasting right through him. And now over to the rest.
Another crit.
Jesus, Axe Nova getting blown up by Eurus, and Eurus still going in with BKB. Chalice on the run now.
Another
of
crit.
Course, there's the crit. The batches all coming through. Chalice gone. Ajit falls. Everybody dead on the side of EHOME. Elephant coming out ahead on the back of some crits here from Eurus.
And we said it before, you know, you have all this health, but if you're getting put into negative armor, raw health is really not effective HP at all. 2 crits, I was gone. And Weaver died on the back of it because he got cleaved off the crit.
Yeah. Eurus did 9,000 damage that fight.
Yeah, and like just a couple of
Just
seconds,
a
and
second,
now they're going
just
to
gonna
your
go for
force.
force.
Suddenly the game is just over.
Wow.
All right, I guess that's all it takes when you have a Beastmaster in your team. One good fight, and you're done.
They're going to try and finish this one off. They still have 20 plus seconds until Weaver and Storm are back up. They'll at least expose
Yes,
the
be
finish
really
here.
careful on IO here.
Thrown in trouble. There's the jump forward. Somnus going
No
in,
bite
getting
on
the
the
kill
line.
on a fade. They'll just call GG. Elephant take game 1. Wow, EHOME crumbling under the pressure that Elephant brought.
The last fight was just, yeah, it was
The
all the
Euro show?
Euro show, yeah. Jumps in, crits a guy, jumps to the next guy, crits the guy, jumps to the next guy, crits the guy, kills the other guy with the cleave. Why not? But really, it was all in EHOME's court in the early game. They had the tools to stop the PF from farming, did not manage to do so. They just got picked off one by one by one. It's